Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashin Yahushai, Bashin Karkadash, the bonds to the elder apostles, great millstone, citation you I can teach all truth and sincerity. This is gonna be called Christopher Columbus Day is Unholy. Um, Cause Christopher Columbus Day, it's a day they're celebrating a murderer, um, they're celebrating a pedophile, they're celebrating um a man that he didn't really discover America, you know. The old saying is, how you gonna discover a place where there's already people over here, living and thriving in on this land, and here you come from a far country that they don't know about, but here you come from that country, and now you're saying you're the discoverer of this place. How you gonna discover a place that wasn't yours to begin with, basically? But anyway, Christopher Columbus, just like any other Edomite, you know, because Christopher Columbus was a red Hebrew Edomite. He was an Amalekite. He was an Amalekite. So, and he knew that the people over here were the Israelites. He knew that the people over here were the lost 10 tribes of Israel, because he read Second Esdras 13. He read that. He was real versed in that scripture. You know. So anyway, I'm gonna read. This is Psalms 55, verse 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter," and that's Esau. Esau's he'll come at you with smooth words, like he came at the Native Americans, the Gadites. Slacky, yeah, Esau came to the Gadites with lots of treaties, and he ended up backstabbing them. Basically, like the old saying, having your fingers crossed. That's the way Esau came to the Gadites. He crossed his two fingers behind his back and signed. They signed their treaty. He signed his treaty, his part on the treaty. They signed a treaty, and once the Gadites signed their treaty, Esau still came and backstabbed them and took their land. You know. This is Psalms 55:21. Says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword. So his words were smooth words, but in his mind, he wanted to kill them. He wanted to take their land. So he's gonna smooth them over with smooth words, and as soon as their inhibitions is low, and they ain't soon as they're down, or soon as they're asleep, I'm gonna take their land. I'm gonna take I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna quickly obliterate them off their land and take the land for myself. You know, and that's the way Esau. That's the way Columbus did things. His sword did not. He never put down his sword when he came and conquered the Tainos and those Native Americans that he was amongst. He didn't put his sword down. He raped children. He raped women, men. He didn't put his sword down. They talk about that in different articles. That they talk about Columbus. He never put his sword down. They talk about that in different books. they have written on him. And his name's really not Christopher Columbus, it's Cristobal Colon, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go to Nahum Salaki. I'm going to go to Nahum 3, verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departed not. So destruction to this bloody city, because this place called America has the blood, sweat, and tears of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So destruction to this wicked kingdom. The blood of our nation has been shed on this land, and our blood, sweat, and tears have built up this land. From the ground, from the beginning to what it is now. It says in Numbers 33, the blood that is shed therein is only going to be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it. This land is not going to be cleansed until Esau's blood is shed on this land. All the blood that was shed on here is going to be cleansed by the blood of Esau Edom, the red Edomite, by his blood. I'm going to Amos 3 and 10. It's Amos 3 and 10. And since first before I go there, I'm going to go to Numbers. I'm going to go to Numbers. So like, I'm going to go to Numbers since I mentioned that. Numbers. Yeah, this is Numbers 35, verse 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood is defiled the land, and the blood cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So this land cannot be cleansed except by the blood of him that shed it, except by Esau Edom, who shed the blood of the nation of Israel. Our blood is within the soil of this land, I'm gonna go back to Amos. I'm gonna go to Amos 3, verse 10. It says, this is Amos 3, verse 10. For they know not to do right, saith Yahweh, or who store up violence and robbery in their places. Because these Edomites raped, robbed, and murdered our nation, And not just Esau, all you other heathen nations took the possessions of us, but Esau mainly raped, robbed, and murdered us. And he's still oppressing and taking what is ours to this day. I'm gonna get that scripture that talks about all you heathen nations. It's First Maccabees 2, verse 10. All you nations had a hand in our downfall and gotten up our spoils. This is First Maccabees 2, verse 10. One nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten her spoils. All you nations have had a part in our kingdom and gotten up our spoils. You took all our possessions, and put it up in your temples and your palaces and your houses. You got our possessions, our things, like it says, the children also of Judah and children of Jerusalem have you sold on the Grecians, that you might remove them far from your borders. You took our people, our possessions, and took them and sold us to the heathens, Esau. And Esau took us captive, and he raped, robbed, and murdered us, and took all our possessions. So all you heathens have to pay for what you've done to the children of Israel. But Esau in general was the one that, especially Columbus. Columbus was an Edomite, and he raped, robbed, and murdered the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel. But anyway, but I'm gonna go to John 10 and 10, which is the last one. It's John 10 and 10. Thief cometh not but to steal, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that ye might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So, the thief, which is Esau, came to kill, steal, and destroy. Um, Esau's, a vagabond. He steals. He uses the sword to get what he wants. He kills for his stuff. He doesn't get things fairly. He doesn't get things by working for it. He tries to steal it, to get what he wants. Anyway, I'm gonna say all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashin Yahushai, Bashin Kakadash, double honors to other apostles, great millstone, citation, you all can teach all true sincerity and shalom.